We're at PHQ, top of the world in Telluride, Colorado, about 12,400 feet. I'm Gary Richard with the Telluride Ski Patrol.
Girl, Al, girl.
I'm in charge of 6 animals, and I'm known as the dog father. Hup. I think most resorts in the West here are holding 5 or 6 dogs, especially with all the terrain that's being opened and the type of skier that's coming around. Everybody's getting into the backcountry. We start as young as we can get them. We've even brought them up in packs as puppies. There's a lot of getting to know you going on up here for a puppy, understanding about skiing and edges, boots, all these people, the noises, the explosives, the snowmobiles. There's a lot of stimuli for a dog. So the sooner you can get them into that, the better. The better idea they know that 5 days a week there's going to be some serious training, and those other 2 days they can relax. If you start them later, they don't really get the gist of it. So the earlier the better. We're looking for a good, strong local dog that maybe we can check out the parents before we assign them a rescue position on patrol. We take dogs of all sizes here. We prefer a middle-sized dog because we're asked to ski with these dogs, to ride chairlifts with the dogs, and to get them around the snow. And the more medium-sized a dog is, the easier it is on my back, and it's easier on the animal too. We have quite a few retrievers. I think we've got 3 retrievers. We've got part wolf, German Shepherd. We found that a dog with a pedigree is great, but it's just a dog that has a good nose and is willing to work. The retrievers will work for more than one handler, which is kind of key. They come in all sizes, so if you look at the parents, you can probably pick the size that you want, somewhere around 65, 64 pounds maximum. And by the end of the season, they'll turn into 60 pounds because they'll lose that weight just working. It's 5 days a week. It's a pretty rigorous schedule.
Get him out.
The dogs either have the sense of smell or they don't have the sense of smell. That's the key. The dog has to be able to use its nose.
Where's it? Where's it? Where's it?
We'll work for up to 6 months with an animal to try to get its nose to work in the snow and to try to pick up a scent cone from a buried victim. If they can't do that, then they're still great pets and great animals, but they don't make the cut.
Go get it.
You've got to work them. You got to keep them fresh, and you got to keep them happy. They need to like doing this. If they came up here and they were scared by anything and you didn't help them overcome that fear, then they wouldn't like the job. And that's why they're so enthusiastic, because they really do like the job, and we start them young. In the 22 years I've been doing this, I think we're up to 9 or 10 dogs now, and health has been the only issue. We've had some blown hips. We've had a retired dog just because of age, and we had one that worked up until 3 months before she died. They're all strong and all healthy, but it's, once again, we go back to that 5 days here is incredible amount of energy used, and the temperatures, the sun, the cold. They're all factors in how long these dogs can be here. A big day for Telluride is 8,000 skiers a day, and that's over Christmas. That's the busiest time. We're a pretty hard place to get to, pretty remote, but in exchange for the travel time, the amount of lift lines and the scenery are, make it a much better place to come skiing. So during those days, we'll have 4 dogs or 5 dogs on the hill, and they're all stationed at different places on the mountain, so that if we do have an accident or emergency, we'll have a dog there, which is the key in the rescue situation, is to get the dog there as soon as possible.
Come on. Come on. Ready?
It's like having a child the first couple years, right up until the terrible twos. You're wondering, can this dog do it? Because a dog may not be tested in the real thing for years.
How about a great big hug for me? Come.
but that's why we keep doing the training. But they know when they're coming up here, it's a special thing. For me, having an animal on the hill is also special. It's someone that's going to be with me first thing in the morning and on the way home. On the way home, there's nobody on the mountain. We're just doing a sweep, and that's a pretty special time. Picking a nice run and running with your rescue dog.